You know that feeling when you've spent hours on a mix, but it still sounds like a muddy mess. You turn up the guitar, but it just drowns out the bass. You turn it down, and it disappears completely. It's infuriating. Well, in 1977, David Gilmour was dealing with that exact same nightmare, on a massive professional scale. He was facing a wall of sound that should have buried him alive. It's 1977. The air is thick with ozone and expensive cigarette smoke. Rick Wright is layering these massive, swirling textures on Yamaha and Prophet synthesizer. They aren't just instruments, they are a tidal wave of low mids. Roger Waters' bass is a solid floor beneath them. There's zero room left for a guitar. Now imagine David Gilmour in all of that.
I found on stage that it was sucking the high end out of what I was doing.
If you have ever tried to mix a track in your bedroom, you know this specific brand of panic. It's the suffocating moment where you realize every single good frequency is already taken. Most people in that position do the wrong thing.
You've got to really force them by whacking the input levels up high and then taking the master level down.
They reach for the volume knob. They try to outshout the keyboards. But Gilmour knew that was a trap. You see, the volume is just more chaos.
You can be playing that and be going okay, pretty loud, and if you want an extra whole whack into it.
He didn't need more power. He needed a riddle of mathematics. But the thing is that Gilmour didn't fight for the whole stage. He just performed a surgical strike on a tiny, neglected window of sound, 3.2 kHz. There's no devices, customized or otherwise, that give me my sound. It comes off my fingers. Now, why that specific number? Look at 3.2 kHz. It's a weird, prickly spot. For the human ear, this is the presence peak. It's where we hear the snap of a finger or a hard T sound when someone speaks. It's the definition zone, but for a guitar, it's dangerous territory. Most people avoid it because if you push it too hard, it sounds like an ice pick in your ear. But if you ignore it, you're invisible. Gilmour didn't just stumble onto this. The big Muff is the killer distortion. It's raw power. He used his custom gear, his electric Mistress, and that iconic big Muff, not as distortion pedals, but as surgical filters. He was hollowing out the mud at 500 Hz, literally throwing away the frequencies guitarists usually love, just to protect that one little spike at 3.2 kHz. Think about the bravery that takes. He was sacrificing the body of his sound to save the soul of the performance. Now, if you want to understand why this matters for your channel and your music, look at the 90s. By the time they got to the division bell, this Gilmour Gap had become his entire signature. There's something in the thinness and particular range a Strat has that makes it a Strat. With EMG pickups, you tend to lose that a little bit. If you ever heard his isolated guitar tracks from that era, you'd probably be shocked. Honestly, they sound thin. They lack that chunky bedroom warrior low end we all chase when we are playing alone. But that's exactly why they work.
I used it on at least part of Coming Back to Life in 1994. Wow. So I've had it for 30 years.
30 years,
that
yeah.
Same unit. I mean, I've got 2 or 3 of them because I keep thinking one's going to break.
In a massive cinematic arrangement like High Hopes, a big guitar sound would just create a muddy mess. Gilmour was brave enough to sound small in isolation, so he could sound massive in the mix. He wasn't playing a guitar, he was playing the listener's brain. So why does your mix still sound like a wet blanket? It's because you're trying to make everything sound huge. But here's the reality. When everything is big, nothing actually has an edge. I try to make it so that when I go for a solo, the sound is really together and well thought out, because very often the first take is the best take. Gilmour's lesson, the one that will actually change how you record, is that you have to be willing to let the other instruments have the flow. You take the ceiling. Find that one spot, that 3.2 kHz bite, and claim it. It's a masterclass in restraint. The fingers make a distinctive sound. The fingers aren't very fast, but I think I'm constantly recognizable. I can hear myself and just know that it's me. And other people do, too. It's a difference between a loud noise and a legendary tone. When that solo in Comfortably Numb hits, it doesn't just appear, it cuts through like a laser through silk, because he spent the whole song carving out the hole for it to fit into. Think about that next time you're staring at an EQ plugin. Don't look for what to add, look for what to kill. There are places between the notes where I really like to go, and you can go there on slide instruments. Gilmour taught us that the greatest players don't just play notes, they play the space between them. They play the math. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best. See you in the next video. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you like. Thank you.